Hello everybody, what's going on? Alright, that stream took way longer than I thought it would. It was going on since 10 o'clock. Turn this music down a little bit. Alright, what's going on, guys? What's going on? Yeah, super chill guitar. So, let me jump in. Alright, print cam's going. So we're good to go here. Let's see if we're yeah, a little bit of focus. I was working on some base colors while I was watching this stream because it was taking forever, like I said. And I was like, there's no way I'm gonna finish this this mini today if I'm not starting on it now. But I'm just grabbing some ivory and we're painting over the skin with ivory. Because I have plans, and part of those plans involve this Benefictus being super pale. That's what this plan is. Welcome in, guys. We're giving away a mini today. That's cool with you guys. This is what I'm giving away. And I'll stay on stream a little later if I need to work on this a little more. Let's see, that's a normal arm, right? Yep. One question my chem final. Oh dang, okay. Congratulations. Another class down. That's awesome. What mini's being painted? This is a Genestealer called Benefictus. That's what we're working on. And I'm putting down some base colors that are all going to look goofy. And then we'll start adding some details onto the mini. Yeah. Oh, what's being printed? So I am printing, it's the final print for, I don't even know what it's called, but it's basically a proxy for a Kroot Greater Narlock that I'm printing for blue. So it's been 3 prints. This is print number 3. I did 1 print a day. So I don't remember how much time. It's been printing for about an hour and a half at this point. But what's up, Quishy? How you doing? Waiting for Eldar? Nice. We did, yeah, Zen and I played some Splintered Fate last night. And we did not get past Shredder. We couldn't get past him. We did a couple runs. But what I did learn, because I killed him, and when you kill him, he spawns back with a full health bar again. So I don't know. I don't know what to do with that at that point. So he's got like a phase 2, but his phase 2 is just completely full health bar again. Yeah, so he might have a 3rd phase, I don't know. Yeah, dude, I was so happy, because that one, we were fighting it about halfway through, I think Zen died. I was like, alright, I got this. And I was going through, we were both running, like, flame spec, too, so we were both getting in on that, which was working out really well. And then, yeah. Ended up not working out.
Stay on target.
I am on target. Who is that? My draw. I'm always on target. What are you talking about? He's not even the end. Yeah, he might not be the end of it. Yeah. Painting Brad, because look at that big brain. What? Who's Brad? I don't know. I don't get the joke. Minnie is Krang. I don't know who that is either. Pulp Fiction. Man, it's been a long time since I've seen Pulp Fiction. Krang is the... Okay, yeah, see, I told you guys I don't know a lot about TMNT. He 3D prints some Battletech? Yeah, there you go. Would be cool. So, I finished right before I started stream. I finished up, I was watching and listening to the Creative Assembly live stream. Where, also I gotta write some names down, I'm sorry. People are chatting, we're doing giveaway. All you gotta do is, drop a comment, say hi, something like that, and I'll write your name down for the giveaway. But they were talking about Total War, and they covered 4 different games, 4 different Total War games. So I had to wait till the end to get to the 40K section, but I was interested in most of it, so it's fine. Hold on, let me write some names. So we got, let's see, Cody's written down. We got Quishy. You need to write down Quishy. What's up, Zen? Good morning. So yeah, as far as 40K Total War is concerned, they showed off a couple different things. One thing they showed off was a planet. So like what you see from space when you're like looking at a planet, and they were talking about the different like biomes and planet types and everything, which is really cool. So they showed off I think it's called a Wasteland Hive World. So there's different biomes, and Wasteland is one of the biomes, but there's, arid or desert, there's ice biomes, there's like jungle biomes, all that kind of stuff. But they showed off a Wasteland Hive planet. So then there's the biome and there's a planet type. So it's a Wasteland Hive planet. Biomes in your biomes. Yeah, it looked really cool, but one of the things they talked about was when you fight over a planet, it's 0 Leman Russes. Oh no. Yeah. They didn't show any Leman Russes in Total War, so yep, they're getting legends. So when you fight over a planet, it has like multiple continents in the planet, so you're gonna be fighting multiple battles, and I think they said you're gonna be kind of working toward a key point on the planet is kind of the idea. And then if you're fighting over like a system, there's multiple planets in the system. They said there could be just one planet, but there could be, multiple, like handful of planets. Usually it's a handful of planets that you fight over. So you want to go take a system, you have to fight over multiple planets, and it's like a campaign, which is cool. Like that in itself is a way that you'd be playing. And they talked about the battles, the deployment. They showed off like battle maps and stuff. So it seemed really good. Yeah, they're not showing off much of the units yet. The game's still pretty early in development. Yeah, they talk about basically having like an unlimited number of different like planet variation. Between all the types and how they look and all this other stuff. So we'll see. We'll see how that turns out, because it sounds really interesting. Peter, I'm going to get you entered, and Cultured American. I'm going to get you guys entered in the giveaway here in a moment. I'll write you down. All you have to do is say hi, drop a comment, and I'll get you an entry. And if you are a paid member of the Patreon, you get an additional entry already. It has a before head, forehead, and after head. Yeah. Yep. Price you pay is smart. Fame is gonna be fun, or if it'll be cheap. Yeah, it'll definitely be cheaper than a 40K army. And yeah, I'm guessing it'll be fun. I guess I'm a little biased when it comes to Total War games, but I love Total War games, so I have fun with them. But it's definitely gonna be more emphasis on the battles. You know, as opposed to like a 4X. A new car's cheaper than a 40k army. Yeah, sure. It's like a human had a baby with a zone threat. You know, that's most likely what happened. You joke, but... We're picking out like big elements right now. New car being a 95 Camry, yeah. Okay, Peter and Cultured American, let's get you in here. Plays Fantasy Total War and Three Kingdoms, yeah. Yeah, I have played every single Total War game that's come out except for Three Kingdoms. That's the only one I never played. But I got started all the way back in Shogun 1. And I've always loved Total War. Excuse me. A little bit of this. Yeah, that's a good color for that. This color too. Yeah, they're talking about medieval Total War. Is looking really good too. So RTS is meh. Yeah, I heard that game was not good. The AOS RTS, I can't remember what it's called, but I heard it wasn't very good, and it doesn't look like they're going to support it, whoever was developing that game. Looks like it's just kind of done. Stay his house. So many, yeah. That the Warhammer 3 is massive. I do know Warhammer 3 at this point. This game has been the first Warhammer Total War game came out in 2016. So it's been out, I think it was April of 2016. So it's been out for 10 years. And what they did was they took the second and third games and they basically used them as like a giant edition. And all three of the games combine it. Right now with the third game, it's basically the first two are like big DLC for the third one. Where they add in like the races that you play, races and legendary lords and stuff. If you were to buy all of those games at retail price, which I don't think anybody should or would do because there are sales all the time. Anybody who's around Steam for any amount of time know that you just wait for a sale. I think between all the DLC and everything, it's about $400 for everything for Total War Warhammer. Hey, Wandering Picked. Welcome. Thank you for the sub. Welcome. However, that $400 is still considering, like, games 1 and 2 are still considered retail price $60. And I have not, like, they give those games away for free every few months. You know, like there's no way someone's buying that game at $60. So they'll give them away, or you can buy them for about $10 each. So, you know, that's $100 off that $400 already. And then with how that, I own all the DLC for this game, but I've spent that over 10 years. So, you know, I didn't even spend retail price. I got stuff cheaper on discount and everything. But sorry, hold on. Writing some stuff down here. Wait for the deluxe edition. Goes on sale. You get all the games or most. Yeah, no problem, Rage. I got you written down. So you're good to go. But yeah, you don't buy that stuff at retail. I don't think I've ever bought a thing from that game at retail price, because even if you buy it like day of, they still give you a discount if you're buying it, like if you pre-order or buy it in the first like 2 weeks of release, they give you the DLC at a discount. So, and briefly in my mom's like, yeah, no problem, no problem. Welcome, man, and thank you for the resub. I appreciate that. Even then, $400 is cheaper than a Warhammer army. Than just about every Warhammer army, I would think. Yeah, exactly, Peter. Yeah, spending $700 on an army over 6 years is not the same as buying an army all at one time. Yep. So if we're talking about like 40k Total War, all right. Let's say this game has legs, which most likely it will. It's going to be a cash cow for this company. 10 years from now, it's still going to be in development. They're still going to be adding stuff to this game. You know, we might have all the big factions. There might be crazy factions. Like, people are going to be clamoring for, like, Exodites or whatever to be coming to the game. Just crazy stuff like that. But we're at that point. It's $500 worth of DLC for this game. Or more. I don't know. Okay. If you started collecting that game now, spending $50 a year on a game is like not a bad place to be. Right? Especially a game like as expansive as that, and it's, you know, it combines two of my favorite things, which is Warhammer and Total War. So that's my thought about the cost. You know, I'll try to buy things on sale when I can, or, you know, if I find deals and everything. Like, definitely 2K Custodes. Yeah, Custodes are probably cheaper than that. Custodes and, you know, a few others, but, you know, someone wants to play Imperial Guard, good luck getting 2,000 points of Imperial Guard under $400. But yeah, that's gonna be definitely a day one purchase for me. Total War 40k. Laughing, crying, and AdMech. Yeah, exactly. AdMech, Gene Stealers, Imperial Guard, or Astra Militarum, what have you. Players in shambles. Mech supposedly $1 per point of army. There is, yeah, there are quite a few units in the AdMech that are $1 or more per point when you buy them. You can spend more than 2,000 US dollars on a 2,000 point AdMech army. Iron Starters? Yeah. Yeah, they're more British pounds than points. That's crazy. That is crazy. Okay. Continuing on. looking for gold bits here. This is her bracelet. Sorry, this is a. Benefictus Eoraptor. What's going on, Eo? How you doing? Right, let's see. Any other gold on this mini? I think that might be it for the gold bits. Busy, productive day at the office. Counting down a tournament weekend. Nice. And that is this weekend, your tournament? Get you down, Eoraptor. Doing a giveaway, guys. We're giving away this Benefictus mini today. Hopefully by the end of stream is the goal. Sectorix, how you doing? Welcome in, Sectorix. I'm gonna write you down. All you gotta do, guys, just comment. End of May. Okay, okay. Have you gotten any practice games in yet? You gotten to play at all? A $6,000 injection mold machine. Start mass production of models. Yeah. Right. I mean, you would think that that would be a thing, but I have a feeling that's how a lot of miniature companies get started. Just guys like, I am tired of paying for GW prices. Like, I'm going to buy it myself, and then they end up just like making all their own stuff.
Every day's a good day when you paint. I believe it'll bring a lot of good thoughts to your heart.
Hello, Falcon Miniatures. Welcome in. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for the raid. How are you guys doing today? We're doing a giveaway today, so all you gotta do is comment, and I'll enter you in the giveaway. I'll write you down, and then I'll type in on our little wheel, our wheel of names. But that's what we're doing today. And the mini I'm giving away is this one that I'm painting right now. So we're trying to finish it by the end of stream. That's the big goal. We'll see if we can. And this is right now. It's in a bit of a trust the process kind of place. It doesn't look super great. We're gonna try to get it looking good. Welcome, guys. Welcome. How was stream? How was stream, Falcon? What am I looking at? This is, yeah, the mini looks really goofy right now. This is a Benefictus, a gene sealer called Benefictus. Just saying, bear with me here, okay? Get some, we need some red. Let's do this nice, like, no, we're gonna do burnt red. Yeah, you could just wing it and pretend you know what you're doing. Okay, yeah, that works. That works. That's what you need to do. That's all right. Okay. Welcome in, Raiders. I'm the painting dad. If you guys aren't familiar with me, I just chill and paint. What I do. And occasionally give away minis. A couple thin coats down here. Yeah, we'll go back and correct that gold. I should have done that the opposite way. We'll get our highlights soon. It'll happen. It'll happen. See, everybody started by dudes who are huge recasters. Yeah, it seems to be the way to go, doesn't it? Okay, we're gonna get some black. Let's do some coal black. I'm generally following the kind of the Studio Mini. So I just have GW's website pulled up, and I'm just kind of roughly using their miniature as a guide. If nothing else, it helps you see different parts that maybe you didn't notice. What are you gonna make? No, what else am I doing here? What are the various claws and the Gene Steelery bits? Gross fingernails. Nelson. Yeah, there's no such thing as overthinking when your brain is this big. It's thinking. Not very teasing? Yeah. That's been my opinion of 11th edition so far. It's just like, oh, okay. I'll go about the rest of my day. And that's about the extent of 11th edition stuff for me at this point. Try to think outside the box. What his brain is in the box? Yeah, his brain is the box, yeah. Okay, let's do a little more red here. I can correct this gold in a minute. So I have to worry about that being janky. And I think what I do at this point is I get down a color. Yep, there's our color. Hey, Utini, welcome in. How are you doing? Got you written down for the giveaway. Okay, we're gonna use this Magos Purple. Very appropriate. I'm gonna put a drop of it down. Let's get one drop. We're gonna thin it out a little bit. We'll do contrast medium. This is contrast paint, right? We can use contrast medium here. Then the other paint I want is this. No, not you. It's you. This Payne's Gray wash here. You also got 3D print going. So if you guys wonder what that little screen is down there. Doing a 2-to-1 medium to wash on that. Payne's Gray is a little strong. We'll put some flow improver in that as well. But Magos Purple, little dilution. If we need to put some more, another coat on, that's fine. We can do that. But we're gonna this brain. Magos Purple isn't a very strong contrast paint anyway. It's kind of like just a nice warm purple wash. The brown gray wash. I do have brown gray wash, but I mixed up some Payne's Gray wash. I'm going to use it on the skin on this mini. And Payne's Gray is a blue gray wash. It's a very lovely blue wash by Monument Hobbies Grill. All the nice little rain wrinkles here. Okay. We're gonna let that dry, and while that's drying, we'll get this Payne's Gray wash. Ready for this? Skin. I might do another coat of that. We went a little too pale choosing ivory for this skin, but yeah, the brown gray is a nice substitute for Agrax. I agree. Yeah. The brown wash they have is not a good substitute, but the brown gray is. It's good kind of like rattling grime color also. Okay, we're gonna let that dry for a little bit, and then we'll do another coat. We're in Guard Artillery and a Gene Stealer Cold Army. I think you can. Yeah, I think there's a way you can. But I am not the one to ask about 40k rules. Because I haven't played 40k in like 2 years, so... I think that was before the Gene Stealer Codex came out. But I think they had a detachment that was like guard basically. Okay, gold got some correction. Now we need a bit of, where are you? Yeah, we'll use our classic here. So Some old school Nuln oil. I have a little bit left, and I was like, I might as well just use this stuff. Should be enough. Hey, Estrella, what's going on? I'm going to get you written down for the giveaway, but I am printing a proxy for a Kroot Greater Narlock. Or a Crucial Blue. That's what I've been printing the past few days. And this is print 3 of 3. So, figured I'd have something to print on stream. So I could have got it all done in like, a day and a half or something, but it was more fun to have the print cam going. Last building deprinting right now, sweet. Thank you, dude. How big is that building? Is it like a lot bigger than the others? Or is it about comparable, you think? Well, when the weather warms up and stays warmed up, it's got a bigger footprint. Cool. I'll get back to painting some Thousand Suns terrain. Oh yeah, the stairs. Okay. Yeah, the terrain you're printing, Estrella, is wild. Some crazy stuff. So detailed. How big of a footprint do you cover with all that terrain you've printed? Do the black wash over this, and we'll come back with our brown gray. Cathedral, I set up a real cathedral, would be like 2 feet. Oh my gosh, that's wild. I just want to be able to put down an apocalypse-sized Prospero board and have all this stuff for it, and Zen is making that happen, so. Let's wash down some of this stuff, and then I gotta write Estrella's name down. Can't forget. Highlights will go pretty quick once we get to those. It's always the dang base colors that take forever. We got that. eyepiece here. This eyepiece as well. And we get that middle tabard. What should you charge for an old Demonette commission? Message me, Night Trap, and yeah. Oh, and also Night Trap, I see your message. This is a Gene Sealer called Benefictus. It was the mini that came out with 10th edition, right? This was like their 10th edition mini that came with their codex. Or their only new mini that came out this edition. So that's what I got. Yeah, okay. Write down some names. I'm gonna write down Night Trap and Estrello. Okay. Take on the Mamluki. Yeah, I'll get to those eventually. Yep. They are in the waiting container. Big Brain Man wearing part of a Tyranid as a hat. No. He is part of a Tyranid that's being worn as a hat. What made them think people wanted this? Because it's cool. And they gotta have something for people to buy, you know, miniature to go along with the codex. Just a little bit of drying time, but you know, we don't need drying time. Let me grab it. I was using dark purple here. I gotta go grab it. Alright. A little bit of dark purple down. Looks like a hat, though. No, it's the armored carapace over his brain. What it is. Get that, and we're gonna take, for fun, let's mix some plum into this. Oh, you know what? No. Let's do a more faded. Let's do faded plum. It's like a hat. Carapat. Yeah, okay. I will settle with Carapat. That works for me. Ideas for engraved runes on armor for word bearers. I have no idea. 3D prints and transfers are probably your best bet. Yeah, carving runes into armor is, I don't think it's something I would ever consider doing. A little bit of purple. Let's see. Do I have... Nope. Washes still need dried. Okay, we'll do another coat of purple. I'm doing good, Jaded Valkyrie. How are you doing? I was watching the Creative Assembly stream, so I was late starting this stream. Their stream started at 10 a.m. I stream at 11. I thought it'd be done or close to done, but it ended up going to like 11:45. So... and layer a milliput. I'm not going to turn it more into a hat. I mean, you can. I'm going to turn it into like a big pirate hat. There. Add you there. Yep, that's good. Santiago Bustos Segura, welcome in. Welcome in. Yeah, freehanding for word bearers stuff. I'm gonna write down Santiago for the giveaway because we're giving away this many that I'm currently painting. Hopefully by the end of stream, if I can. Well, we're gonna do the giveaway at the end of stream, but I'm gonna try to finish this by the end here. Yeah, welcome in. How are you? How are you doing, Santiago? Cloth is looking pretty good. Let's do more highlights. Home again. Trying to get these guys finished again. Yeah, yep. Oh no, you keep just messing with things. Rain Man, Pirate Brain Man would be cool. It's a little like paper pirate hat on top of him. Models, just haven't seen this one before. So this is for Warhammer 40k, Genestealer called Benefictus. That's what this is called. It was it came out maybe a year or two ago. It was with the Genestealer called Codex release for 10th edition. Is when this model came out. It looks pretty bad right now, but we'll get there. I'm going to get this next coat of wash here. It's Payne's Gray over the flesh. It's ready for that next coat. It's dope. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's a cool mini. It's a cool mini. My son actually picked this one out to do as the giveaway this time, so... You guys like it, thank the painting son. I'll let him know when he gets home. Bluish skin. Yeah, okay. That's a little better. Let's get there. Make this pure faded plum. Into my brush. All right. Nice cloth here. We need to grab our other wash. Let's see. Yep, let's do another coat of this Magos purple. You found transfers. Oh, you found more oh my gosh. Hey, Gloomy Otter, welcome in. And yes, this is a Genestealer Cult mini. This is the Benefictus. This mini is. I am attempting to paint this mini start to finish just today during stream. And then we're going to give it away to somebody. So, as long as you guys just stop by and leave a comment, I will get you entered into the old giveaway. If you do want additional entry, you can have an additional entry. The way you do that is you just sign up for any paid level of the Patreons. As little as $1, get you an extra entry into winning this model. So that's how that works. But let me write some names down. So I got Santiago. Let's get Gloomy Otters. And Jaded, I don't have you written down either. There, now you're written down. Okay. Cool. Thank you. I appreciate it. This is I call it the trust the process step, where it is right now. It's starting to look better already, but always that point when you paint a mini where it's like it looks really janky. I feel like it's kind of at that step at this point. We're making it happen. So for my red, what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a little bit of that ivory in with the red. Yeah. The cloth just looks more faded. You snuck in. You did sneak in. Yeah. There. color there, and we're gonna grab a smaller brush. Trust the detail I can get. Right. Hey, Frankie Fingers, how you doing? I'll write you down. We're gonna give this mini away at the end of stream. Okay, we did purple. What we need now, we're gonna do some of this brown gray wash. Just drop of that right there. And this is probably appropriate.
Stay on target.
Alright, alright. Mix a little bit of contrast medium in with this. Boop. Building some Heresy Salamanders. Helmets. Oh, cool. What kind of helmets you got for them? They, printed helmets? My son is a big Salamanders fan. He was very slowly working on building up some Salamanders for Heresy, but he gets sidetracked. Printed a Rhino for this kid to paint. Hasn't wanted to yet. On eBay from GW. Oh, sweet. Okay. That's cool. Got some stuff there. I think what we need now is a little more of this black wash. Start streaming. I'm stealing your stay on target. Yeah, yeah. By all means, steal away. So I am not going to stream the GW announcement thing of the 11th edition box contents. I'm sure we'll talk about it on Sunday and be posting about it in Discord and everything. Just so you guys are aware, that's not something I'm going to be jumping in on that. Yeah, that's good. Okay, we're gonna get back to our... Be like that, yeah. Right, yeah. Well, so my son, he was all in on Horus Heresy. So I was like, yeah, dude, I'll 3D print some Horus Heresy minis. And then Star Wars Legion did a big announcing thing at Adepticon. We were looking at it, and they showed off Mandalorians as like a faction. So they'd be like their own army. And he was basically like, I want those, I'm going to use my own money, I want to buy them. And I was like, okay, alright, let's do it. Well, that's good. Sever11, welcome. Welcome in, thank you so much for the kind words. We're working on this mini, and since you commented in the stream, you were actually entered in on the giveaway here, so I will, I'll write your name down here in a second, and I'll... At the end of stream today, about 2 p.m. So in about a little over an hour from now, we'll be spinning the wheel for names. In the meantime, I'm gonna try to race to finish this mini off stream again. Okay, dude. All right, chill. No, thank you. I need that. Sever11. So stick around. If you can't stay for the stream, what I recommend you do is you join the Discord, and in joining the Discord, let's see, let me get my color here. Okay, I'm gonna do some turquoise. I will tag you or message you, and if you happen to win the giveaway, and I'll let you know. That's my best way of getting a hold of people. Do I play Middle-earth? Yes, I do. I love Middle-earth SPG. Yeah, I'm a huge fan. Huge fan of Middle-earth. I just, that was the last, maybe the last minigame I played was actually Middle-earth, but I went to a tournament, a local tournament. Just want to compliment. All right. Don't add you? Okay, all right. Hey man, everybody's deserving to win cool minis and stuff, but I appreciate it, and I'll take your name off if you want me to. But I do appreciate the kind words, though. It does mean a lot. Yeah, I have played the Middle-earth strategy battle games since early 2002. That was when I got my start in that game. And it came out in late 2001. It's my first mini game. Scribble you out there. All right. On this blue here. I like to move fast when I paint minis. to him. You built a Mumak. Yeah, Mumak. Love it. Love it. I never owned one of those. But I remember when that mini came out. And how GW was, you know, it was the largest plastic mini they'd ever made at that point.
Stay on target.
Am I just like going straight off? I don't know why my camera's like all of a sudden not pointing right in the middle. I had it set, and I must have bumped it in a weird way to where like now I'm back where I was. I hear everybody yelling at me. Yeah, I must have bumped it. Oh my gosh, yeah it is. What in the world? Cheat a little bit. There we go. The big brain cannot be contained. Yeah, thank you. Alright, somebody gets it. What do you use for the metallics? So I have Rich Gold by Procryl and Procryl Magnesium. And then I put a coat of Nuln Oil. And then a coat of slightly diluted brown gray, Procryl brown gray wash. It shows up more silver than it is. This magnesium. Got like just a... Do I use oils to make shades or just highlighting? I don't typically use oils. I will occasionally use them, but my big use for using oils is like putting washes on terrain, and like that's about it. So yeah, okay, yeah, it's got a little bit of like brown. It's a weird mix between like bronze and silver, right? Next shade on this blue. We're trying to be systematic, finishing up colors as we can. Greenleaf, how you doing? Next to my Gargantuan Squiggoth. Oh, cool. Yeah, the Mumak is a really cool mini. Mumak. Yeah, there probably could be a day and time where I start using oils and trying to oil paints and, you know, doing more of that, but I do a lot of like it's army painting for me and for other people, so a lot of commission painting and stuff. And when I'm painting commissions, it's so much easier just to do what I know, not to experiment a lot. So, and you know, for example, like even doing something like this, like a giveaway, I don't want to be at a point where I'm painting a mini that doesn't look good and has all kinds of weird issues with it because I was messing up the oils and stuff. So it's not something I do. I typically paint minis to finish minis, like that's kind of my flow. So I enjoy painting minis. I love painting minis. You know, I am the painting dad and all, but for myself, I paint minis so I can game with them. Then I paint minis so other people can game with them, basically, when I do commissions. So it's rare that I have the mindset of like, oh yeah, this whole new technique I want to try and experiment with and paint this whole mini with this fashion or whatever, this kind of thing. Hey T-Mist, how you doing? Get you in on this giveaway list here in just a moment. Couple colors highlighted. T-Mist. Experimenting makes the process really slow. Yes, it does. And I don't always care to do that, so. Okay, I'm gonna go a little more crazy here. Do one more coat. This diluted blue wash. He does have a big brain, yep. This is the gene stealer called Benefictus. And it's actually a lady, so she has a big brain. Crazy. Just do battle ready and it works somehow? Yeah. Yeah, the base coat and wall, I mean, you know, I do this a lot. Like, I paint tons and tons of minis. I've probably painted 4,000 minis in the past 5 years, you know, something like that. So, I've painted a lot. So I have a lot of experience doing this. And you kind of pick up, you know, what works, what doesn't, what's quick, what isn't. You know, how to make minis look good with not a ton of effort kind of thing. So that's what I go for a lot. You don't kit bash? Yeah, I kit bash, yeah. Quite a few kit bash minis. I also have a 3D printer, and 3D printing definitely helps with the kit bashing. Oh, I hate Gene Stealer Coal Armor. Bunch of paint off of there. I used to record how many minis I paint a year, and I stopped. I stopped that last year just because, I don't know, I guess I didn't feel like it, but... It was a lot. My highest was, I think, 700 minis. Over 700 in 1 year. Yeah, recently about unable to paint for a reason I think could make us... Yeah, I get that. Happens to me. With various things, not just painting. I don't stop painting usually, but... What brushes do you use? So, 2 brands that I use a lot. One is Winsor Newton. I like their Series 7 brushes. Series 7 round brushes is my... kind of my go-to for a lot of my details. And then also a really nice line of brushes that I'm an affiliate with that I've used. I use those brushes for years. I've been using them, but it's the Foxbite line of brushes. So if you look up Foxbite, probably find they make really good sable brushes, but they have a lot of qualities about them that I like with the Winsor Newtons. I don't find those qualities in a ton of brushes, but it's nice to have that quality in the Foxbite too, and they're cheaper than the Winsor Newtons. Yeah, it's a small company. They make some cool like paint handles and brush kits or brush sets and like miniature cases and some various things like that. Try. Yeah, they're very nice looking. Yeah. They definitely make like Foxbite's really good about making like very aesthetically pleasing products. So they have like a paint handle, and their paint handle it's solid wood. It's got like nice magnets and plates in it, and it's very well made, very like heavy, like an actual like solid piece of wood. So yeah, make nice products. And I do have an affiliate link. I believe it's !Fox on Twitch. I don't know if that works on YouTube as well, but yeah, there it is. Little discount, little coupon for you guys. be able to start highlighting the brain here. Gotta finish the leather, like his holster and everything first, though. Maybe one more brighter gray color. So that color, cool gray, is probably what we want. So that down, but first. Warm brown. It's legit. Yep. Yeah, they got good flush cutters too. Yeah, that's right. They got their sprue clippers are really good. They're like the nice like God Hand style ones. They're like the high end ones. Yeah, they do have Zendrel seal of approval. That's how you know it's legit. One lucky person in chat is going to get this mini at the end of stream. I'm trying to make it work to where I can finish this thing. We said cool gray. What I will do... mix first. Hey, that Fulton, how you doing? Welcome in. Welcome. I'm gonna get you in on this giveaway here in just a second. What's happening? I'm doing well. Doing well. Having fun painting this mini. It's always nice to change up what we're working on. I've been painting a lot of Star Wars Legion for myself recently, so I'm painting Star Wars minis, and we painted a Gundam last week, and next week we're painting 40K. Might get everything. Maybe next week we'll be assembling 40K. We'll see. Four Musketeers, Foxbite brush set, yeah. Their number 2's a really good brush. I mean, all their brushes are really good. The sables are great. Make sure you're cleaning them and everything. Doing the usual things you need to do. But that'd be great, yeah, if you pick them up. It's awesome. Painting Word Bear's Dreadnought. Sweet. 30K or 40K Word Bears? I assume you're saying Dreadnought, so I'm guessing it's 30k. Because it's not a Hellbrute. Alright, next thing we're doing, we got this magenta. We're going to take this magenta. We're going to start painting brains. Get the contrast out of this. I don't know if I'm weird, if anybody else feels the same way as I do, but painting exposed brains is really fun. I don't do it often, but you know, when you play and paint 40k minis long enough, I guess you're going to be painting exposed brains. Oh, the Margal. Nice. Nice. Love it. That's a project. That's a cool looking mini. Oh, we have contact. Yeah. I'm not like the Hannibal Lecter of miniature painters. You know, I'm not just like pulling out people's brains and painting them, but... Alright, let's get a little bit of pale pink. Just looking, yeah, just fun to just take a brush and like do fun little highlights, and it's not difficult to make it look really good either, so in there. So you picked up a super cheap GSC lot. Oh, cool, DM. How you doing? Welcome in. Also, DM, you are entered in the giveaway. Same with that Fulton. I just gotta write your guys' names down. I'm painting this mini and giving it away, so... yeah, I have a small Genestealer called Army. And by small, it's like 50 minis and 1,200 points or something. It's crazy. And one thing I learned about Genestealer cults... I guess a couple things I learned about them is, first of all, they're not cheap to collect. So if you got them as a lot from somebody, hopefully you got them at a nice discount and you're feeling good about the price you spent or the money you spent on it. The other thing is they are not easy to paint miniatures as an army. You're going to be spending a lot of time on individual minis because there is literally one miniature in the entire army that wears a helmet. And everybody else, you're painting their faces, you're painting skin, you're painting goggles, you know, over those faces. There's no, like there's lots of colors. You're just putting lots of colors on these minis. So, it's a time-consuming army to paint. It looks incredible when you get it all finished and, like, everything's on the table. But DM 74691, sweet. All right, got you guys written down. You guys are in here for the giveaway. I will say, if you the best way to be in contact after the giveaway is to jump into the Discord. Nightbot occasionally posts a link, but you can put !Discord in either chat, because I stream on YouTube and Twitch. It'll bring up Discord link, but I'll tag you in Discord, or put your name in Discord if you look after stream, if you win. So if you're not able to stick around for the next, 45 minutes to an hour, that might be the way to know if you won or not. I would hate to have someone win this many and then I'm not able to get a hold of them. Any reason I picked it up? Was interested? Yeah, 40% off. Yeah, 40% off MSRP seems like a reasonable price for Genestealers. Retail price is not reasonable for this army. A fun thing about Genestealer cults is there are a ton of character minis that are all really interesting. So you really get to spend time painting like one-off minis, which is a lot of fun. Alright, we're going to do one more layer. Somebody keeps texting me too, but I'm not going to answer that. I'm working. I'm working, Mom. Stop texting me. Wait, okay, well, actually that might be important. No, that's absolutely not important. Okay, great. Glad I wasted that time. Sorry, no, I'm getting phone calls on my phone next to me. Santiago, I'm giving this mini away at the end of stream. I'm trying to finish it before I give it away. I might finish it over the weekend if I need to. But if anyone who commented on stream gets an entry for this. So if you're in YouTube or in Twitch, make a comment, got your entry. If you would like an additional comment, if you would like an additional entry, you can be a Patreon member. So any paid Patreon member, it's $1 a month for Patreon, will get you an additional entry into this giveaway. So if you really want the mini, you can double your chances. That's what I do, but it's free to enter. Okay. The brain is looking very brainy. I like it. Let's get to our next color here, and we're gonna grab our rich gold here. Make sure it's not Painting Sun. Yeah, I was wondering if that number was another number, but it was not. It's only Thursday. Feels like a Friday. finish all these basic colors. There's lots of little colors to paint. Lots of little like gems and things like that. So we're gonna have to spend some time going through those. Thank you for the recommendation of the brushes. Decide what you'll buy a set. Oh, very cool. Very cool, Santiago. I'm very happy about that. Take care of them. Find a brush cleaner to clean those. Sable brushes will last for years if you take good care of them. And I know people don't like buying expensive brushes, but the fact that you can have a brush hold a point for 2 or 3 years because you're cleaning it regularly is very important. But you can find brush cleaner, brush conditioner online. You just gotta look that up. I really like Monument Hobbies. It's called Gentastics Drunken Brush Goop. Not something you have to be. I think the other big one is called the Masters. Is the brand, the Masters Brush Cleaner and Preserver. Try something just a little different here. Instead of getting the bright gold color out, I'm going to get this metallic medium. We're going to use that to brighten our colors here. See how well that works. Yeah, there's actually a story from Jason, the founder of Monument. He has a story about the Masters brush cleaner where basically he wanted to partner with their company to make like a branded brush cleaner, but also brush cleaner that was made like specifically for like model paints that we use, like the model paints and brushes. And because I think Masters is more like heavy body acrylics and, you know, blah blah blah, whatever, it works. But and they basically told him, in I guess a not super friendly way, like we don't do that kind of art, and then like kind of shut him down. And so that's when they kind of decided to make their own brush cleaner. So I don't know if they still, yeah, it's not cool, no, yeah. And I mean I like the brush cleaner. I like the Masters stuff. If you like them, that's totally fine. I know that's kind of maybe it's just a story he says to get people to buy his own stuff. But I know for a while the Monument stuff they made, it was Jen, she's one of the owners. She would make it using like a blender, like in their like office break room. That's what she was using to make that stuff. So she'd be making batches in a like a household blender and stuff. Which is crazy. I don't know if they've improved that process or not. Or they've gone through and industrial size things yet. We're going to do the same thing with the magnesium. Let's add in the medium. Use that as our highlight. How many I love how mom and pop it feels. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure that's changing, but they've been working on scaling everything up. Just a little more here. Gene Stealer Colt icon. Yep. Alright, now let's get our magnesium. Yeah, okay, I have dark silver as well. We'll grab a little of this metallic medium. All right, okay. What I missed? Not much, Mydro. I've just been painting. Just trying to get this mini done. Silver. Yeah, that's our dark silver. Okay. Put you right there. The darker metallics for Monument are so heavily pigmented. It's great. Like you can thin them down so much and they still cover in one coat. Really nice feeling. It's varnish day, nice. Okay. Gold, silver, magnesium. We need, let's get black here. Gonna have to worry about this skin here in a minute. Odorless gap filling glue. Where did you get that? That's cool. It's like odorless CA glue, basically. Super glue. Smith Industries. Interesting. Interesting. Huh. Okay. Alright, we got lots of things. Can work on. That's too bright, too quick. Let's try this. Let's do this. The thin glue didn't mess me up. Yeah. Okay, okay. Long set time. You know what helps super glue set really quick? And I learned this from Zendril recently, but moisture. So if you say you're gluing two pieces of mini together, yep, it's moisture. That's what he taught me. Baking soda, yeah, baking soda can also work, but if you like breathe on it and kind of like fog up the piece basically on either side and super glue it together that way, like it can help it set faster. Yeah, because I think all of us have been in that place where you're trying to hold the piece together and it's for like 20 minutes. It's just miserable. There you go. You gotta wet the pieces. Yep. More great. Okay, yeah, and you want to keep your face far away from it, that's true. Yeah, your whole problem is breathing it, so. There you go. Zen licks his fingers and rubs it in. having olive flesh. City Boys orcs from Cromlech putting together for Space Kids. Oh, very cool. Let's see if this works. Adding a bit of this Payne's Gray wash into some olive flesh color here. A little bit of this Payne's Gray wash into the olive flesh is working very well. Studying, managing rations for the day to come, taking care of your mother, watching this. The only thing that matters is this show now. Take care of yourself too. If you got something you need to do, I understand. I never expect anyone to watch my stream or to be listening in or anything, so it's pretty cool to see a mini be painted from start to finish. So. In one stream. Okay, then I'm going to get some of this just pure olive flesh here. No blue wash into it, and maybe a little more warmth. Okay. Skin's a little different. It's nice. Next we're doing like gym type things. Try to do these in a bit of an easier manner. Let's have these like almost vial things going on and cabling. Getting painted, okay. And I have her, she's got like a guy here. Leftover pork chop sandwich, nice. Sounds good. I grilled ribs last night. That was what I did. They were delicious. Let's do some emerald. But they were the they're called country style ribs. So they're pork ribs, like they're like spare ribs, but they're boneless. And it's a different cut of meat, I'm sure, but they taste like ribs. Yeah, they're nice. They're really easy to cook and prep and everything. They don't get quite as tender just because you're not working with like bone-in meat, but they're good. I made some homemade barbecue sauce and everything for them. Yeah, we got them once where they had the bone in them, and it was almost like they took ribs and they just cut across like perpendicular to the bones of like a spare rib, but I don't know if that was the whatever butcher or whatever grocery store we ordered from messing those up and not figuring out what was what, or I have no idea what that deal was. I've been accidentally scraping paint the bottom of that. So that will come in and fix it a little bit as well. Okay, I can get. Let's get you and you. Some Talisar blue, some contrast paint. Those spots. You know, that reminds me, I see it. I think I may have missed here. That's great. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Take this Magos purple. We were using this Magos purple earlier. We diluted it. On a scale of 1 to 10, how bad did Magnus mess up? Like a 2. Have a meeting. All right, enjoy your meetings then. Have a good one, dude. I'll see you tomorrow. It was not Magnus to mess up, it was the Emperor's mess up. That's the real issue here. I do stream on YouTube as well. Yeah, I stream both. So if it seems like I'm talking to a ghost, most likely because I'm talking to someone on a different platform. I think I'll do a second coat of that Magos purple in a little bit. 2. Must be a heretic. Yeah, the Emperor is the real mess up here. Popular. Yeah. I like YouTube as a platform, and I've always been more familiar with YouTube, but I got my streaming start in Twitch, because when I started streaming in Twitch, YouTube didn't exactly have like the most accessible ways to stream. So this was, this is kind of what I did, and this is how I got my start and everything. Well, I wanted to do more with YouTube as time went on, and this was my main way of doing it. Was basically streaming to both, so I could keep my Twitch community and I could put out stuff for YouTube. YouTube's not quite as popular as far as streaming platforms go. Especially for miniature painting. But, we got a nice bunch of people that come and hang out on YouTube. Yeah, Gloomy, I don't know if you know this about me. Because I haven't talked about it in a whole, 2 hours, but... the largest army I own of any game, any system, is my Heresy Thousand Suns army. They are hands down my favorite army of any setting in anything. I have about 15,000 points of Thousand Suns and auxiliaries painted, with a lot more sitting on the in waiting to be painted. So I am a huge Thousand Suns fan. That said, yeah, Magnus is kind of weird and some weird stuff, but it is the Emperor's fault. Let's mess around with some stuff here. We're gonna get some of this Talisar blue. Silver here, yep. Play orcs, yeah. Orcs are cool. So you must be really excited for the new box coming out then, right? Armageddon stuff. Russ was just looking for a reason. He was, dude. Russ and his illiteracy doomed us all. You know, I don't appreciate how you know, the Emperor sends these orders to Russ. Hey, go bring Magnus in. He doesn't send any warning to Magnus that's gonna happen. But also the Custodes that are, you know, hanging out with the Emperor while he gives these orders go to Russ. Or no, so the Custodes are sent by the Emperor. They go to Horus. Horus gives the order to Russ. But the Custodes know the orders all along. And they just kind of choose to go along with it. You know, like, speak up. You know the orders. About 3/4 done with the second Armon. But I've not read the Armon book. You're excited. Yeah, you're gonna join the blood. Yeah, because they're not actually blood angels, right? They're just generic Marines that are painted red for the box. That's all they are. Like every starter set after the 7th edition starter set. Yeah. Well, what Magnus did was, I'm getting like text for political things. What Magnus did was basically like he knew the Space Wolves were coming, right? And so he was just kind of holding up, waiting to be brought back to Terra to speak to the Emperor. And then, you know, lo and behold, Russ wasn't there to take him back to the Emperor. Okay, last thing to do here are these little vials, and these little vials, I can do greens. I'll do some weird greens. Let's do this like bright green. I like this color. Your Custodes emerged to Kitbash space janitors, yeah. He was sulking. Yep, he was. Yeah, I think his idea was if he would have told anybody on Prospero what was going to happen, where he was going to be, you know, taken prisoner and sent away and all that stuff, they wouldn't have let it happen and it would have started a war, right? But, so he decided not to tell him to make it peaceful so he could save the planet and his legion and everything. But yeah, turns out they weren't there for that. So he miscalculated Russ's stupidity. Easy thing to do, honestly. Easy thing. Hey, Juju Voodoo, welcome in. I'm gonna write you down for a giveaway. We're gonna do a giveaway here in a minute. 7, I appreciate the kind words. Russ making mistakes, jumping the gun. Exactly, yeah. Russ is king of something, and that something is like making the wrong choices. Alright, you guys. I think that this mini, I think I'm going to call it done. We started this mini. I didn't start this mini until like 11:30. And it's 2:05 right now, so a little under 3 hours. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do some basing on this mini off stream. And, I might paint the base black and just keep the basing super simple. Just like black display piece. I don't know. If someone wins it and they want to base it, you can. But I think we're just going to do a black. I'm going to enter some names in. It's going to take me about 5 minutes to enter names in. And then we're going to do our drawing. If you want me to, a good way to communicate with me, to find me, to get your address, I'm going to ship it to you for free, no matter where you are in the world. So if you're in the UK, Europe, Australia, whatever, we're going to find a way to get it to you completely free of charge. This is Patreon paying for this, so we can thank all the Patreon members. But I'm going to enter names in, and then we're going to open up the Great Wheel of Names, and I'm going to spin it once, and whoever it lands on wins. And if they do not get back with me or communicate with me within a week, we'll draw again and we'll send this to somebody else. All right, that's what we'll do. So the trick decided to fall for it. Man. Oh, Russ. Okay. And then do this. Every Patreon member is already in this list once. Valor didn't participate at the beginning? Yeah. The wheel that weaves what the wheel weaves. Peter. Almost done, guys. Almost done. Okay. Let's bring this up. I think we're good to go here. 1 second. Wheel of Names. Here we go. So, you may see your name on here. If you do see a name with an asterisk next to it, those are Patreon members. So we have quite a few Patreon members. And they're all entered in and as an additional entry into what they got. But whoever's name this lands on the first time, they're going to get this mini. And I just ask that the easiest way to do this is send me a message on Discord. All right, if you're in the Discord. If you are not on Discord, what Juju? I don't know. If you hate Discord, you don't have Discord or whatever, send me a message, like a private message, or comment on the video on YouTube, or send me a message on Twitch or something. I'll get back to it, eventually. But I'll make sure we have it and everything. But yeah, we're gonna spin. So that's it. And like I said, I'll get an address to ship this to. And okay, you're quoting. Okay. And I'll send it to you for free, completely free of charge. So, with that said, let's go ahead and spin. Here we go. Praise be the wheel. Hey, Utini! Tequila Jawa. You're still in here, aren't you, Utini? Congratulations, dude. This is not the first time you've won a giveaway. I swear this dude just shows up when there's giveaways. Hey, send me a message on Discord if you would be so kind. And I will send you this lovely... I'm talking to my mic now. This lovely mini here. So, there you go. Here's the start of your Gene Stealer. Here's your 11th edition army, Utini. Gene Stealer Colts. I'm happy with how this mini turned out, though. Let's zoom in. You guys can see all my flaws here. Look at my mistakes. Find them. But, yeah, so we got very cool looking Gene Stealer Colt mini. I do like Gene Stealer Colts. The glossiness from the wash will go away. I'm going to varnish this thing for you and put that away. Second one. Okay, got 2 for the collection. Nice. Gonna have a whole army eventually. Yep. Yeah, I've been doing giveaways for a long time, so some of there are some people that win, more than once. It definitely happens. Make a fine kill team leader. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Sweet. All right, you guys. I do want to say thank you to everybody who came out. I subbed the channel, joined the Discord. I appreciate it, DM. Yeah, I appreciate guys just keeping me company, chatting with me. All that wonderful stuff, the follows, the subscribes, the all that stuff. It means a lot. Sometimes it's difficult to turn on the camera and get streaming, and I need some motivation for that, and you guys definitely help me with that, so I really appreciate that. But I will be back on streaming next Sunday evening, 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So I do stream from Eastern Daylight. That'll be my next stream, but typically I stream Tuesday through Thursday. So that's at this time here. And yeah, I'll be back. We'll be painting minis next week, assembling minis. We'll be doing more stuff because that's what we do here. But you guys have a wonderful day. T-Miss, Jaded Valkyrie, Utini, Gloomy Otter, Santiago, DM, My Drawl, yeah, Juju Voodoo, Dunder Snuff. Thank you guys so much. For Frankie Fingers, I see you. Thank you so much again. And you guys have a wonderful weekend. Bye, everybody.